Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Pino. Been a minute, but I'm making this video for a few folks. So, featured arena. I've got a write up for this. I've got some other stuff, but just kind of want to talk about the write up. All right, so this is actually round two, working towards the infinite streak. Now, what I normally do, this is just me. It's a way, it's not the way. I use my 4-star rank ones. I filter it, and then I choose from the lowest attack PI, first three, and then 4 through 6, and then 7 through 9, so forth, till I get to once I finish round 10. Now, some other things that I want to kind of showcase in here is not, I mean, these are some boring fights, but that's not why we're watching this. I noticed when I went through this arena, when I got to round 10 through 13, I want to say it was, man, the 7 stars have really impacted arena. It's kind of causing some folks some death matches, and so we're gonna see a troubled area while you're building the infinite streak. That's a problem, and that's what I'm going to show here. So this is round going into it, round 11. I pick, those are my 3. I do the same thing for 4-star rank 1s as I do the 5-star rank 5s. So those 3 are the lowest. I do not have any boost on at this point in time. And you saw what I was pulling against. Now, it's a winnable fight. These are winnable rounds. They're not the most difficult. I've got suicides on, and I am packing a punch. And so, again, you want to try to match those 3 fights where you can get an advantage, and hopefully you get a decent draft of the defenders that you're going to have to face. But you have to have trust in your skills, and you got to have trust that those suicides are allowing you to pack some serious punch. Now, if you saw this match and you said, okay, they had another 5,000 attack, maybe it's an issue, but I might not have had the most perfect counters, but you just saw Wolverine, Hyperion 5-star, rank 5 made work. Now, this fight here may seem a little crazy, but I literally lined the first 2 up to make sure I got the first 2 wins. You just need to win 2 or 3 and keep the streak going. But yeah, a rank 5 Sig 200 5-star Magneto is going to work this guy. And again, most of the fights that you're going to have, those players have suicides on. So that's another thing to keep in mind too. So sometimes you might have to be a little patient, and that, it goes a long way. And just don't forget, man, like, yeah, I said in one of my write-ups, you want to stay away from SP3s and SP2s because of animations on certain times when you're going to do boost. But man, when you're going through like this and you're just trying to grind to get your streak, you do what you got to do. So you saw that fight matchup, and here's round 11 or 12, and again, not the greatest. You're going to see me switch magic and Rolk, so I can use that 5-star magic to lock down Chavez and take the threat out, and then incinerate immune, in a sense, for Rolk, and just power through this. And then I'm going to have to do a little bit of AI manipulation, I want to say, in this one, if I'm not mistaken. But the point is, you are packing a punch. I also wanted to show that in all the previous arenas I did, Moondragon, Adam Warlock, Danny Moonstar, Lady Deathstrike, I noticed in Lady Deathstrike a few matches kind of like what you're seeing. I thought maybe, I guess I don't remember it too much, but I did remember like 1 or 2 of those rounds in the Infinity street climb. I was pulling some high level 7-star matchups early, And so that's why I videoed this to kind of put this together and showcase, like, yeah, that was a concern. But I'm also going to show when it clears. So I'm going to ask around and see how many other folks during this grind did they notice anything. Don't know if they had any intentions to do what I'm doing, but I am going to ask just to see it for myself. Then we'll just kind of go from there. But you can see the 5-star rank 5s with the suicides on. I mean, look, you're packing a punch. These fights are doable. You'll probably have to be a little cautious when you start pulling those kind of fights like that, and it gets aggravating. At this point, I'm kind of selective. I don't want to run too science. You see me go back, and I say, all right, give me. Then I think I just went on ahead and went with it. And that was round 12 that we're on now. So this isn't it. This was another, like, this wasn't too bad. I want to say this is when it was doable. I mean, Ring 5 Thor is going to smack this Nebula. Yeah. And this is when I noticed it got normal. This is what I was expecting to see round 10 and 11. We did not see that. You saw those two teams that we pulled. Some people may not feel as comfortable when you see 7-star rank 1s leveled up and you're going against 3 of your 5-star rank 5s, and you're kind of sketchy, but you can see it's doable. I figured this guy was probably going to be running suicides, maybe. Void versus Kingpin is always a mismatch, especially once you get these passive debuffs on him, and then just let him do work. And don't ask me why I'm getting smacked in the face, but I am. But I'm going to play cool, let that unstoppable run out, and I'll get it, and then we'll move on to the big daddies. Again, this first part of the video was to showcase the write-up I did, and then just kind of show it in play. So it's got some guys that are from some other places in the world, and maybe a video will actually do better than what am I trying to say here, than a write-up. All right, and then again, boom, everything's normal again. So around 12, 13 was when I noticed it went normal. 10 and 11 used to be like what we're seeing, but that did not happen. And I'm assuming it's because there's more 7-stars ranked up and whatever. So anyways, someone asked me, what did I do to get my score so high after the first cycle, which I'm already done with the first one? Well, I'm going to show you. I slapped on a 15%. That's 30 minutes. I'm going to slap on, I almost slapped on a 30, but I was like, I don't know, let me keep my 30s. I slapped on a 20. This is a 40-minute timer. I'm going to select 3 champions in which I have arena class point boosts. I'm going to use 1 1.5 and 2 1.3s. The reason why I took a picture there is because that's, if you didn't notice, my attack PI on all my champs just skyrocketed because I turned those boosts on. Now what I'm going to do first, because 7-stars take much longer because of the timer, I'm going to run through those 7-stars first, and then start asking for refresh, and then I'll go to the 6-stars. Now the 7-stars are done. I've already moved on. Now I'm about you gotta remember, my boosts are still on. Remember, 30 and 40 minutes. 30 for the orange, 40 for the green. I don't know how many minutes are left on them, but there was only got 9 7-stars, so perfect 3 match. probably 3 or less minutes for those matches. So yeah, you seeing me put them on now. I'm just seeing where my boosts are, how many I have. I know I have some 1.5s, especially in Mutant. And with the setup and the suicides, I'm going to go with Adam Warlock, Scorpion, and Danny Moonstar. Now I'm going to turn the boost on. You got to make sure you turn this on before you hit find match. Otherwise, you just missed your window. All right, now 15 minutes per. So I have 15 minutes. I know I have my 20% green boost on and a 15% boost on. So it's 15 minutes of I'm going to maximize these arena point boosts with those other boosts, and I'm going to refresh using units and see how many matches I can possibly get. And at this point, this is where my tips as far as you want to play basic. What I mean by that is it's try to stay away from specials towards the end of the fight, because every second matters. You only have 15 minutes with these arena boosts. But depending on the kind of champ and the situation like there, I mean, SP1s are fine. SP2s are fine if they're pretty quick and where you're at in the fight. It just, like I said, the longer the animation you just got to worry about. And I'll tell you right now, Scorpion rank 5 is probably one of the 3 best champs to use these arena point boost on for science. And the reason why is because of the burst damage. You do a couple medium, light, medium, whatever, get the SP1, let the burst damage, the fights end, you've got express sigil, you just move on. Adam Warlock's just ridiculous. You don't even have to play. I'm not going to do the whole fancy hit into the block. I just want to do, again, basic pure damage. With all those boosts and suicides on, they are smacking. I don't even know how long it took to do those 3 fights, but I already got the points for it. You saw me, I refresh 10 units per, so that's 30 per round. All right, this is round 2 with the boost on, and I only had to use 30 units so far because the first one they were already ready to go. I'm not going to show all of these matches, but what I will tell you is this. I was able to get 11 rounds in with the 15-minute arena boost. And so you go, well, what kind of points is it putting up? If you're running the express sigil, it won't show you those points. It's automatically pumping it in there, and you'd have to take screenshots if you really want to see it, or take it off express so that you can see when it lines the points up. I'm not worried about any of that because I know the math. For me personally, you really don't want to mess around when you have these arena point boosts on. You worry about that later. Take a screenshot before and then after. All right, so this was the next round after my arena point boost fell off. I didn't do the screenshots, but when the fight ends, the only reason why you'll see how many points I had from that run. 7.3. All right, this was after I took a pause at my rank 1s. I was at 15.6 mil. What you're seeing here is this is what your score would look like with your 6-star rank 1s. And then this is 6-star rank 1s with a 20% boost and a 10% attack boost. With all said and done, 21.9 for the first cycle. I got 4.5 till the next one.